size, imagining what it is right now in your school or your business without the use of technology. What are the challenges you're facing, the experience you're currently getting, and what it should actually be making use of the right technology to solve some of those challenges, right? To have the right experience. Proxynet communication. Who is Proxynet communication? What is Proxynet communication all about? So if you can actually see my screen, this is the new face of Proxynet Communications, and we're actually located right here in Lagos, Nigeria, headquarters. And of course, we actually have branch offices in Nigeria, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, Kenya, and also in Dubai. Now, Proxynet, what do we stand for? We are a proper audiovisual information technology company and security solutions provider, right? Meaning that we actually provide solutions to solve your needs. It's important to understand that Proxynet is at the forefront of technology advancement. And this is, of course, evident because we have actually provided our services to different organizations across different verticals, partnering with the leading OEM. So we work with companies from the oil and gas sector, from the education sector, from the finance sector. And we do this with the aid of our strong partnership with leading OEMs. If you can see my screen right now, over the past 20 plus years, right? Because Proxynet 20 last year, so 20 plus years, we have been able to establish strong partnership with these various OEMs. I'm sure you might be familiar with a lot of these companies you can see, from Huawei, from Samsung, very popular, of course, from Maxell, from Sharp, from Yelling, from VT. VT, this is what I'm actually wearing right now, the VT headset, and so on and so forth. So all of these solutions from these various OEMs provide a solution that basically caters for your communication needs, as the case may be. Now, at Proxynet Communication, we deliver these cutting-edge solutions to provide solutions for where the education provide education solutions, which is the reason why we are here for the schools. Provide solutions for organizations as a key. Now, just to walk you through some of the companies we work with, provide technologies, which just Spanish Stock Exchange. We're currently working with telecommunication sectors from MTN, Globe, United Nations. We work with UAC, we work with Ancon, we work with Shell, and so many. I just wanted to put some time just to list a few of the corporate organizations we work with. And from the education sector, if you're familiar with these schools, these are international schools, Atlantic Hall, Lagoon School, Blooming Greens, these are all located in Lagos, by the way. We also have schools from Day Watermark, we have British International School, Pampas, American International School, Ghana International School, Wake University. So we have schools from different states in Nigeria. But Proxynet Communication is also located in Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire. We also have schools that we work with. So primary schools, secondary schools, and universities, as the case may be. Now, let's take a deep dive into some of the solutions that we provide outside interactive flat panels. So depending on what your needs might be, so this is called an IFP. This is called a IP phone. This is actually provided by one of our partners, Yearlink. I don't know if you're familiar with the brand Yearlink. So IP phones are simply just telephone devices that allow you to send and receive messages via the internet. So with these positioned in different offices within your school or within your organization, with the click of a button, you can actually dial reception, that admin office, and so on and so forth. And of course, you have them in these different models to suit your space. Now, from a professional AV solution, which is audiovisual solutions, we provide solutions such as the video conferencing solutions for your meetings. So if you're in school, you have a boardroom, just like what we have right here. You want to put in a system that will enable you to basically have your online meetings. You can talk to Proxynet about that. We have solutions that cater for various sizes of meeting rooms. We also provide interactive flat panel, which is what we're actually showing for the education sector, also for the corporate sector, for brainstorming activities, provide digital signages or digital signage solution, majorly for your corporate communication purpose. So imagine in your school, currently, maybe you have a back this basically represents your back front of the section, show your information. You don't need those outdated ways to basically share your corporate communications. All we need to do right now is having a digital signage solution displayed in all of your content. Provide things for next
Então, não, madame, a
virtual operation. Have a sensor
Sana ni único.
on your conference room. We want to put in a LED to video and image platform. I'll try about it. To provide so from your surveillance one is access. You can talk to Proxima Communications about this. This is mostly for the financial sector, small school and corporate organizations. Now we have some data from different things for the enterprise. Mr. Umar, please can you get into me? I just want to mute Mr. Umar briefly. Okay, that's fine. So we just had the webinar on it's called Pro School. So this basically is your school activities, do things, record your students' attendance, creating your lesson notes, and of course results. So all these are web applications. Our learning management system and only allow your teams of their home. You don't need to come to class before they can create their lessons.
Someone says audio is unclear. Sorry, can you hear us now? Is the audio better now?
Okay, so let me bring the mic closer to myself. Is the audio better now? I'm bringing the mic closer to myself right now. Can you confirm the audio is clear now?
Your audio is clearer
Yes.
now.
Okay.
I think the problem was with your network, not your audio. I say it was with the network, but it's fine.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for that feedback. Right. So I'll just go quickly. Like I said, we have our ProLearn, which is our learning management system. We also have our RFID-based attendance and payments, which is called the ProTrack. So this is another way to basically your students' attendance. So using an RFID solution, using an antenna and a tab, your students can basically step into the coverage area and it actually records data, sends information, feedback to the parent that your child just got to school at so time. So there's real-time tracking of each student. We also have our ERP system, which is the enterprise resource planning. And the best part is our system is highly customizable to allow you customize it to fit your organization's workflow. So you can manage every of your business processes from each department with this system. We also have our inventory management system called the ProLearn. So if you want to manage every of your assets, you want to calculate the lifetime value of each of your depreciating assets, you can get our inventory management system to do that. And of course, we have our content management solutions used for digital signage, which I already explained before what digital signage is all about. And of course, if you want to develop a website, you want to develop a software, anything for your school, you can also reach out to us. We have our in-house software developers that could do justice to this. We also have our lifestyle accessory from Logitech. So you have a new computer lab, you want to upgrade them, you want to put some of these devices, headsets, wireless keyboard, mouse, webcam, and all that. You can reach out to us for this. We also have our printing solution, our multifunctional printing solution from Sharp, from Kyocera. If there's need for your school
Hello, can you hear us? Can you hear? Okay.
Okay, so I can just continue without the screen sharing. I guess that's for the system. Okay, so I'll just go on. So we have our home and office automation. You want to automate certain processes in your school, you can reach out to us on that for home and office automation. Just to show you a few
projects done for some of the corporate organizations and schools. So this is Wigwe University. This is actually one of their command center where they're tracking different things. Center, that's a visual solution deployed there. This is a university where they deployed the Logitech Rally Plus in their boardroom for online communications. This is MTN. If you have a tutorial like this or in your organization, you want to set this up. This is basically solution 138 inches LED solution for seamless communication. We also have an Atlantic room. You want to have an interactive flat panel in your school. We also have Lancaster University. This is also a command center where the video. So to explain what videos are, actually a group of screens that are actually integrated together. So have them in 55 inches, and because of the wall, depending on the wall size, you can basically integrate these screens together to form one whole display. So right here we have 6 units of displays integrated together to form one screen and difference within the organization. So this is Ghana International School. So we have an interactive flat panel. This is actually the smart interactive flat panel that was deployed here to replace their projector. So if you have a projector in your school, you're looking at upgrading, this is the right place to be. We also have British International School, and just keep it very short. This is all currently the agile for we have from Proxy Education. So thank you much for listening. And at the end of the day, I believe at the end of the day, you basically get value by the time we get into the interactive flat panel for you to see how this solution works and how it can actually benefit your school. Thank you for listening.
Wow, that was mind blowing. I mean, so much solutions for schools, for organizations. I mean, I wish I could get all the solutions. Thank you so much, Mike, for that wonderful summary.
Definitely summary, because we offer way much more than that.
Yes.
Just to summarize it.
That's what I said is a summary. Thank you so much, Mike, for that summary on the solutions that we prefer or offer as an organization. So before we proceed, I don't know if anyone has questions.
From Victor, you can see any from there. If you have any question based on some of the solutions highlighted, or if you have any interest in any of these solutions I just spoke about, you can actually indicate and we can address it. Yeah, sure.
All right. You have questions? Please, if you have questions, you can send your questions to the chat. Okay, someone is raising his hand, Mr. Zulu. Please, sir, you have the floor. Please kindly ask your question.
Yeah, thank you very much for the presentation. Wonderful presentation.
Yeah,
and
Mr. Zulu, you can go on.
Also wonderful products.
I would actually want to know more about the
Thank you very much.
learner management system. The learner management system. How
LMS.
can we use? Yes. How effectively can it be used, and can we actually see the content and the working in terms of online studies?
Okay, sir. Thank you for that question. Okay, for our LMS learning, yes, you can use it for your question, this examination, in creating lessons. And for that LMS, we can actually have what do we call whenever you're ready. Maybe after this, we're going to do a demo on that. We can actually schedule a demo to walk you through how you can create, you can use the LMS, because you can add your students, you can add your school, the staff in the school. There's so much content. You can add quizzes. Even students can get certifications. Do you understand? They can download their certificates at the convenience of their home, and they can learn at their pace and time.
You also forgot to mention that you have a CBT also integrated with it.
Yes.
So that can actually.
I think your audio is gone.
Examinations.
It's quite low.
Okay, sorry, can you hear me now? Hello, sir, can you hear us now?
Friendly, yes.
Okay, what about now? Friendly.
Not loud enough.
Okay.
I don't know if others can hear better, but
okay.
If mine is
I don't know
a
if
standard,
can others hear me clearly?
Yes, you're very audible. I can hear you clearly.
Abiola, can you confirm? You can hear us very well.
Oh, okay. So maybe sites from your end. But like I said, what I was trying to communicate, someone is going to send that to the chat immediately, that our LMS, which is ProLearn, with the LMS, you can create content, you can create quizzes, and you can use it for your examinations and tests. And also, you can also integrate the video conference, which is Zoom.
Yeah.
Of course, we already told you, like Maya explained, we have a license for Zoom. You can integrate it in your LMS, okay? And like I said, we can show a demo for that. And the nearest future, we're available immediately after this webinar. We can actually discuss further about the LMS and how it works. I don't know if I answered the question, Mr. Zulu.
Right.
I don't know if you answered my question or if you heard me.
Yes, I heard you. It's answered.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right. Okay, thank you so much. All right, let's quickly proceed because we have so much to do this morning. Yes, it's time to learn about, I remember mentioning that I know most of us joined this webinar with, some people already have an idea of what interactive flat panel is. Others do not have an idea, they're not sure what it is. And some people are like, okay, let's see your own interactive flat panel. All right. So right now we have one of our speakers in Abuja, Abiola. She'll be doing justice to the aspects of flat panel so that we'll understand what it's all about. And while we wait for her to come, as an educator branch manager for Tech Communication Abuja, she's passionate about sustainable 21st century child education, technology, and innovation education. All right. And of course, her acronym is the only limit to learning is what is you. So Abiola,
over to you, Abiola.
Are you ready for us?
Yes, please. Okay, good morning, everyone.
You so much. Please.
We are excited to have you on board. We are looking forward to working with all the schools represented here, as well as the corporate organization. My name is Abiola, and I'll be walking through about life. They will tell you the learning, you stop growing, you start dying. So it's very good. I'm super excited that we have different representatives here that want to get to know about what the interactive flat panel is. So we're looking at the interactive flat panel. Why should any school or any corporate entity consider consider a flat panel. One of the things that we need to look at is, number one, it delivers interactive, engaging, and personalized lessons. Collaborative group activity, real-time brainstorming. It is simplified, and you have access to several online educational resources. It supports remote learning and hybrid classroom model. We all know that most of our schools got destabilized during COVID in the place of trying to see how the learning can continue. Thank God that with technology, you don't need to be physically present in a place to learn. So what are the technology trends that we can see? You see that in classroom, the classroom is changing rapidly. Most of us are familiar with the chalk kind of, I don't know how many people are familiar with the slate kind of learning that are present here, but for most of us, we went from the chalk to the marker board, and now the new current generation now, they don't only use the projector, they are now using the interactive flat panel we look at. This trend is evolving, and as a school or as a corporate entity, we need to evolve with it. Now, what I would also like us to look at, what teaching methods, what are the teaching method trends we have. The modern style is not the regular traditional system of learning, where it is mainly rote learning. You memorize, learning by memorization. Now we have collaborative learning, where you can do peer-to-peer interaction and find solutions to solving complex problems. We also have spaced learning, where there are multiple times you get to interact with learning resources and students start getting comprehension from that. We have the gamified learning. Most times we realize that children love playing games. So this inculcated in learning, we realize that learning is not just only fun, it is easier. We also have, because we have different students, we have the students that learn by seeing, which are the visual students, the audio students that learn by hearing, and the kinesthetic students that learn by hands-on activity. With the use of different technology we have, all these different student category can be captured, and they learn effectively during class. We notice now that in the 21st century learning space, we have personalized learning that is mainly adopting AI tools, the artificial intelligence to make sure that class is not just boring. Most classes then just categorized boring and exhaustive. But now with AI, with the introduction of customized learning, flexibility in curriculum, we realize that learning is fun. So now we also, the new trend in technology has to do with closing the skill gap. Most times, not people just go to school. You go to school to learn, come out, and at the end of the day, there is nothing like you can apply that knowledge with. Now the job market is mainly skill-based. So with the technology, with the teaching methods now, we are no longer teaching children for them to learn and come out with a certificate. It's mainly to teach them so that they can be skillful at what they do. So another thing about the technological trends now we can see is there is so many integrations of technology in education. There's a saying that they say, if education is expensive, try ignorance. The truth is, if as a school in technology will be the use of educational apps. Now, so many applications, so many students learn by interacting with educational apps to enable them to understand so many concepts. We also have something called the blended learning. Blended learning is combining the regular type of learning with the use of technology. So you don't just only go and have a normal classroom style where students interact among themselves. They interact, they also make use of the application of technology. What are the characteristics of innovative teaching strategy? In this 21st century, teaching style is student focused, not teacher. Most of us learn like the lecture method, where there is a lecturer or there is a teacher telling you everything. But now teaching style is mainly student-centered. Focus on how students get to learn through their experience while the facilitator guide them on what to do. We also have the active learning. Learning now is no longer passive, it is active. Learning is, for this innovative teaching strategy in the 21st century, is flexible and adaptability. It is very adaptable. It also has the technology integration infused in it. It has collaborative learning, problem-solving emphasis, continuous assessment, creativity, individualized learning paths, and real-world relevance. At the end of it all, it just boils down to, after teaching a child, at the end of it, what is it to use with that knowledge? So that is where the application of the knowledge comes in. What should teacher avoid? One, which is very key, ignoring technology integration. Most schools that have ignored technology over time will be wiped out of the system at the long run. So for us to be relevant as educators, relevant as a school, we need to embrace technology. The reality, technology is not here to take the space of a teacher, but will definitely take the role of a teacher that is not improving. So also, now we don't rely so much on textbooks. Sometimes you have to start searching for different textbooks to understand concepts. With this new technological trends, there's so many resources online. There's several varieties of assessments that can adopt different styles, different, the objective kind of, the matching system. You can even achieve a matching system kind of assessment using technology, and it is fun for all age category. So what should a teacher avoid? Ignoring student diversity. Students are different. Individual learners are different. So ignoring it and just making classroom the normal rote style is no longer effective in today's technological space. Excessive use of worksheets. All these things are simplified in technology. Another thing teachers should avoid or educators, is the fear of mistake. We need to embrace mistakes as learning opportunity and encourage a growth mindset. That mindset where, regardless of whatever happens, there is always a way out. So we need to leverage on AI, as I've mentioned before now, to enhance our learning experience. Classroom is becoming intelligent every day with different gadgets. So we need to embrace that. Also, we need to embrace a digitized learning. The conventional classroom system now no longer use the chalkboard. Now they make use of what is called the interactive flat panel, which is a screen, an all-in-one solution that makes learning more engaging for all learners. So information has revolutionized globally. So as educators in Nigeria, in everywhere we are globally, we need to also evolve too. We are an IT firm, and as my colleague Mike has mentioned, this is what we do. We partner with several OEMs to bring about great solutions for you. What is the history of the classroom? They used to say, some philosophers used to say that a child is a blank slate at birth. Probably the reason why there is a slate where you can write and erase. So now when you look at this, this is the history where it started from. They make use of the chalkboard, like a slate, a writing slate. It evolved from writing slate to evolve to a chalkboard trend. And we also have the whiteboard. Now, because technology is evolving, you realize that over time, there are challenges with some of these things. For instance, I experienced the use of the chalkboard. The chalkboard can be very, very, looking at the chalkboard system is not just ideal for any system. You write with You write with the chalk, and by the time you are done, almost on your face, everywhere you turn to a white person in the process of writing. Then it moved to the projector style. Over time, we realized that even projector does not make the work easier too. At the end of the day, these projectors are not effective over time. It doesn't last very long, and does not have anti-glare protection, and you have to rely on a computer or a laptop or to use another device, which the interactive flat panel will be solving. We had another trend of the different approaches, but now we have a solution that we have an all-in-one interactive flat panel. So for this solution, I used to call it your computer, your big computer on the screen. It has everything a computer can do, your interactive flat panel can do. So it's just like your big computer, very large for the students. What does it? It has, there is no cable connection, except the power cord. Every other thing nicely infused in one. It has multiple usage. We'll also be showing a live demo of some of the solutions that we have. What are the solutions? So many applications, they use it in different places. So as a school owner, we need to adopt this. We should the application of the IFP in education. We have the traditional classroom where you have your normal day-to-day class engagement with students coming in. You can have your interactive flat panel there. Your multimedia classroom there. Remote class, even most of our schools, we want to expand such that you don't even need students come physically to have their classes. So the interactive flat panel is also very efficient for that. So what is the interactive flat panel display? It's a large touch-enabled display, very large. So it comes in different sizes based on what you want. We have the 65 inches, we have the 75 inches, 86 inches. It has different sizes. So it combines all the functionalities of the whiteboard, computer, project. It combines all those things in one. So what are the different IFP? We have different brands. As Mike has rightly introduced to us, we are partnered with different brands. We have the Huawei brand, we have the Maxwell brand, we have the Smarts, we have Samsung, we have the Starboard, we have so many of them. And there's something unique to all of them. One, it has a touch interface that allows teachers to interact with learning. As I've mentioned, learning is not just only teacher-centered. It is very nice when students come and also interact with technology so that it builds this confidence in them when it is time for them to interact with other students. And also, it makes them think beyond the box in solving problems. So it has a high resolution display, very nice. Currently now we are also making use of interactive flat panel for this webinar. And you can see that it is a good solution for your school. It has built-in software, and they are pre-installed software. You can also add different software to engage the students. It is durable, very durable. So many schools, there are some schools that have used our flat panel for more than 7 years. And there are some organizations that they are still using it. So it is very durable. It has low blue light and anti-glare, because we know that we need to protect our children's sight, even teachers. It has that functionality embedded in it. It prioritizes healthcare too, because of some of the materials that was used in producing the solution. Now, you can collaborate, you can connect it to even other devices, tablets, laptop, and every other device that you can use with a computer. So what are the benefits? Why should any school adopt IFP in this season, in this century? It says, I have it here that It increases students' engagement. The reality is, when I have a class, a teacher prepared for class, a teacher should not only be writing lesson notes. The teacher should be with video content to show the demonstration of what they are learning. Can come with quizzes where the students can come and do tours for activity. So it makes learning more engaging and focused during class. It facilitates collaboration. It has multi-sensory learning. When you adopt the interactive flat panel, you are not only teaching the students one way kind of learning, it allows them to explore multiple ways during class engagement. It enhances lesson delivery, there's accessibility and inclusion. It also saves time. So many teachers, instead of spending time trying to write lesson notes, and at the end of it, trying to write lesson notes, with this interactive flat panel, you just get your materials, your resources. You spend more time focusing on improving the child's learning rather than spending the time on writing the lesson notes. So what are other benefits? Support remote learning. So in this space, if you want the children to learn from home, it's also support that. You promote creativity, critical thinking, and it is very easy to use. Very, very easy. Just a touch and a few training will get to interact with it. Even some people don't even get to do trainings before interacting with the interactive flat panel. So I have a question for each and every one of us represented here. And the question is, if you are looking for how to get started, where, how, when, you are at the right place. You can talk to us and let us know what you want or when you will be deploying the solution in your school. Let us help you to start this journey of revolutionizing your classroom and unlock the future of learning with the advanced and relevant technology for the 21st century learner. Thank you very much. And we look forward to having you all on board.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Abiola, for that wonderful presentation on the trends of IFP. So just to add this to what she has said, the whole objective, of why we're having this and why, interactive flat panels are very important. It's because you want to give your students, right, or for corporate organizations, you want to give your team that required experience to be more productive at what they do. And it's no doubt, based on research, based on feedbacks, that interactive flat panels can actually help you achieve these things. And for Proxinet Communication, where we actually stand out, as a pro AV company, let me just bring the mic a little bit closer. For Proxinet Communication, where we actually stand out as a pro AV company is we're not just in the business of selling boxes to you. And that is why we have these various solutions that cater to your need and, of course, your budget, because each of these solutions can do different things. But where we stand out is the fact that, first of all, we are solution-centric, right? So we try to understand your needs, and we have these right solutions to cater for your specific things. And the after-sales support is incredible. If you go to our YouTube channel right now, you see a couple of feedback videos, for some of our existing clients like Access Bank, FCMB, so our top schools. And you get the feedback from there. You understand that we're not just trying to sell you box or provide you with box. You're going to get the best quality product or IFPs and the best after-sales support from our team. So that I just wanted to chip this out. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you so much, Mike. Thank you, Abiola. Thank you. Like I said, I mentioned earlier on, she's so passionate about sustainable. She's so passionate about the sustainable 21st century technology. And if we leave her, that means we're not ready to live here. I mean, so much to talk about. And just like she said something, when and where can you get those things? Of course, that is why Proxinet Communication is here for you. Okay? Yes. Moving on to there's a reason why we're here. There's a reason why we've gathered here. We've taken time out of our busy schedule. And that is the interactive flat panel profile demo.
Live demo.
I don't know if because
You can still hear you?
can you all hear me?
I believe so. Let's just get a little bit feedback from some of the people. Can you confirm you can see her? Let me get the mic closer to you. Are we still able? Are we communicating, please? We'd just like to get feedback before we move forward. Can we get feedback that you can hear us? I know you can see us, but I want to confirm if you can hear us clearly. Any feedback, just drop a message on the chat box if you can hear us. I can actually see the network is a bit, okay?
We can hear you
No feedback
clearly.
yet. Oh, you can hear us. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Just wanted to get back to you. Okay, so Pascaline, over to you. So we're going to break this into two sections because we understand there are two audiences right here. We have the schools and we have the corporate organization. So Pascaline, which is will be handling the education board IFPs, and why I actually show you what the corporate IFP looks like, and we can go from there. The screen is hanging. Okay, I guess you should just go straight to.
Okay, so I don't know if you can see my screen.
I have to.
So let me properly introduce myself. My name is Aguala Pascaline. I'm the head researcher and editor at Crossnet Communications. I'm very passionate about technology, infusing technology in the education space. Okay, of course, okay, that's one of my motto. All right. So just like Mike has mentioned, I will be walking us through educational interactive board, okay? So if you notice we have, I don't know if you can see the screen clearly.
Yes, I want to zoom in a little bit. Then.
Okay. We have about 3 interactive flat panels right here, but I'll be focusing on 2 interactive flat panels. And my hands are like this.
Which one are you starting with first?
Yes, I'll be starting with this very beautiful white interactive flat panel. So let me just stop sharing quickly, and that would help us. Okay, fantastic. All right. So this is the first educational interactive flat panel I'll be walking us through this morning. And just like Abiola had mentioned, we have different educational interactive flat panel. One of them is the SMART. The second is Maxup. We have Samsung and we have Starboard. And these are organizations that we currently work with, okay? Yes, so this is the SMART interactive flat panel. This is a 75-inch interactive flat panel. I love this interactive flat panel so much, you know. And one of the beautiful things, as you can see, I have 2 screens showing right now. This is a whiteboard, and this is, of course, a website, okay? One of the amazing things, I know I've been demo that one of the things you want as an educator while teaching is to have active learners. Your students are not participating in the class. It's one beautiful thing that interactive come to do for us. So while I teach as an educator in the class, and my students with their devices, they can join the class, they can participate. You know, sometimes you have students that are, what's the right word? They are shy or wouldn't want to engage. Thank you so much. They don't want to engage in learning. But with the aid of the interactive flat panel, okay, they can share their ideas, they can share how they feel about those lessons. And to do that, there's something we call, let me just unsplit my screen quickly, make this bolder and better. All right. Right here we have, let me take it to the home quickly. Yes. Okay. I want to take it to the whiteboard quickly. On split, just the whiteboard. Okay. All right. So I want to show the whiteboard alone. Now, as an educator in the class, one of the things that we want? We want a space where we don't have to buy as a school. I know that many schools are tired of getting markers. You want to, every time you're buying marker. This has a whiteboard. Whiteboard, I can write with this. I don't need to refill. I can write with my hands. Okay? For me to write, you see that I am trying to write, it's working. So all I need to do is come here and enable this. I can then write with the tip of my hands. We have multiple users writing at the same time. So for instance, in the class, you want a student to be part of the learning, you invite a student over and say, come, Mike, come and write something, come and answer this question. And the student is writing, even though the student has, the scared is, oh, what if the student has a wet hand?
Simultaneously,
we have multiple users. It has like this board that even with the wet hand of the students, the board is okay. Now that is one thing, one of the features. Another beautiful feature about this is while I teach. Can you confirm if you can hear me?
Okay, I think it's coming back up now.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, can you confirm if you can see the screen?
yeah.
We can't see the screen, but we can hear you. I can't see the screen here, but I can hear you.
No. Okay. Boom. We're good. Sorry about that break. Yeah, they can see you now.
Okay. I was trying to explain something. I said one of the things is writing simultaneously. Now our feature is while I write, I can convert. You know, people don't have very good handwriting. I can convert my script for me is automatically. Let me change this. Why? What smart would convert what I have written? Okay, that is another feature. I was trying to show us when I search for something on the internet. Okay, so what Smart has been able to achieve is or accomplish is that when you search or you're searching something on the YouTube, it's been able to before has done it. All the information you're getting from the internet. It's streamlined education alone. For instance, what do we search for? It's an educational term that we search for.
Biology.
Okay, let's look for biology. So what either I search for images, all I need to do is a tap on that image or video and it appears on the board. And I can actually make comments or write comments. Is someone saying something?
The network is a bit slow, so that's why the contents are not popping up right now. But you can definitely get back in minutes. I confirm if I can get to the right things.
Yes, I want to confirm that.
Okay. Let's switch our internet.
Okay, let's go back to where we start. I've switched to the internet, whiteboard, and thank you. I'll type Violet, and we click to search. Okay, fantastic. This is what I was trying to achieve. Now, if you look at this, everything here is focused on what? Biology. There's nothing outside education. So all I need to explain the temperature, all I need to do is, and this automatically appears.
They can, yeah, but they can't.
Can you see my screen? Sorry, can you confirm if you can hear? Okay, you can hear me. Gone blank. Okay.
Just give us a few seconds. Yeah, the internet is actually going to. We're trying to switch the internet to a stronger network.
No, we can't see the screen. Okay.
It will be back up in a jiffy.
While we're waiting for that too.
Yeah, you're back on now.
Okay, fantastic. All right.
Okay, so we're back on Pascaline. So sorry about the break. Internet seems to be a bit crappy today. So the camera will be up in a few seconds. Okay, here we go.
Explain this, and I said I can lay emphasis on what I have, the image, all right? Did you see, I can actually reduce and increase the image, so it's any option. So what about videos? Look at videos. The same thing that is
Hello, it seems the network is bad. We are not hearing you anymore.
The network is bad, though. It has gone blank again.
Sincere apologies for that. Our service provider today seems to be very, very.
we can't hear you again. Okay, what about, can you hear me now?
We can hear us now.
It's still blank. Can hear you, but it's still
It's
blank.
still blank from you.
You just give
Yes,
it a
it's
second
still
because I can
blank.
see it on the screen.
Okay.
We're good now.
What about now? Is it much better?
We can hear you, but it's still kind of lost. Wow. Oh, yeah, baby, go on.
Sorry, sir, I didn't get you. You said you can hear us, but it's still very what?
We can hear you and we can see the screen at the same time.
Okay, you can see the screen now. Okay, so I just need to, so you're good. You're good.
I can hear you, but I'm not seeing the screen from my end. I can hear you, but I'm not seeing the screen from my end.
Okay, just give us 2 minutes. I think some people can see, some people
Some
cannot
people can see,
So,
some people can't see.
We don't know if it's from our end or from your end.
Yes, maybe might be from that. If some people can actually see, then it should be good. Maybe if you can't see the screen, you might need to. Okay, I will do something a little bit. Let's see if that will work. I'll turn off the camera. I'll put it back again. However, if you still can't see us, maybe you can actually rejoin back again because of the fluctuation that's been happening. So I guess there's actually a glitch there. Okay, so maybe we can actually continue. Let's go. The internet is not good. Not good. Okay. So. Okay.
All right, can you see the screen now? Can everyone see the screen? Okay.
Just do rough explanation. Yeah. Because of the internet.
Okay. We're trying to switch between internet, but what I was just trying to explain, if you can see the screen, is with this, you can actually see the teachers in the teachers in the class and the student that will join the class. So all we need to do is students can join the class with a code, and the class can make their comments. They can talk about how they feel about the lessons. Quizzes can be done, live quizzes can be done right there in the classroom. Okay. Then I was saying something earlier on about students giving their feedback in the class. There's something we call shout it out activity. So this allows students to give their feedback or how they feel. And one thing that an educator needs is to get feedback for every lesson you teach. You know, it is most times they say it is about the user, the end user. It is not most times not about you. Has learning taken place? When you say learning has taken place, can the student you have taught this say that boldly that I can do this that have been taught to me today. I know how to do this. I understand this and all that. So that is when we say learning has taken place or is effective as well. So one thing that the SMART has is what it has a shout out activity where you can, when you display the slides, can give your insights about how they feel about your lesson right there in class, and it helps you prepare better for your lesson plan the next day. Another one, we have other activities where you can split students into different groups, or you have something to show them. You're talking about an activity on chat and all that. This you can also display. Then we have clock. You want to use this as a timer, probably when you have games. You're showing the students about games. You can actually use a timer in the class just to also help yourself to check the time, to know what you're supposed to do at a particular time and pace. So we have such in the classroom. We have spinner, timer, protractor, ruler. You can draw lines and all that. Now, the beautiful thing, one thing that I like about this is you can actually draw a straight line if you choose to. So this line is firm and very straight. A very straight line. Yeah, a very straight line with the ruler. So you don't necessarily need a physical ruler. You have a virtual ruler to use while drawing or explaining a term. Okay. One good thing about this is you can say, oh, do we need, so every teacher has a unique account. So what you need to do is like this, I'm logged into my account. So anytime I switch off the device, okay, there's something called security, like it protects your information. So what that means is only when I sign in would I see my activities or lessons I have prepared. So that means that any other person coming, maybe come to your class, probably you're not around for the day to teach. No one can sign into your account. Once you switch on the system, your activities are not there. It just automatically takes it back to, it just shows you smart. That's the only thing you see. So the teacher or user has to sign in. So that's a way to protect all your lessons that you have created. So as a teacher, your contents are safe for use. However, you can decide to share it to the admin or whoever you feel has a higher authority over you, your login details. Okay? And another beautiful thing, okay, I think our internet is much better. I was trying to show us the video. I just added this video, and of course, like I explained, I can move this video around, and at the same time, I can play this video on the screen. Okay? So this is very loud, very clear. Okay? So let's leave that aside. Another thing I would like to introduce to us is on this smart interactive board, we can have 4 users share their devices. So what do I mean? You have devices like laptops, you have devices like phones, maybe you have co-teachers in the class. You know, most schools you have assistant teacher in the class teaching with you. Maybe the teacher wants to share information on their device. Of course, if you're signed into your account, we can have about 4 teachers sharing their device at the same time on the screen, okay? That's the beautiful part. Another thing is, Smart has, please, if you cannot hear me, please let me know so that I can recap. Yes, recap. Please let me know.
We are hearing.
Okay, yes. Another beautiful thing about Smart Interactive Board is it has an application known as Lumio, which is what it is. This is it. Now, this application or this software helps you to create your lesson. Now you can say, I'm already creating my lesson plan. I'm already creating my lessons. Why do I have to go to the stress? Now, this has templates for all subjects. It uses a British and American curriculum. Hello, sir. Is someone saying something? Who is that? Okay.
Please, the mic is off. We can't hear you.
Sorry, the mic is off, please. We are not hearing anymore. And the video is not showing.
Okay. Yeah, it's right now, right?
What about now? I don't know what you can see or hear. Please, what about now?
I think it's better. It is still fluctuating.
Yeah, the network is fluctuating. Clear, sir?
Yes, I can see that.
We can see now. Thank you. So I don't know the last thing you heard I say. I would like to probably rush this because we have so much to do now. We can see, but it's not stable. Okay, is it stable now?
Yes, it's stable, Pascaline. Can see you,
Okay.
can hear you.
Okay. Thank you. All right, let's continue. Someone is saying no. Okay, so this lesson, this is Lumio. Like I explained earlier on, it has a British and American curriculum for all subjects from K-12, which is from kindergarten to the grade 12. Okay, so you can create lessons across all verticals. Now, one thing that this helps you to do, it helps you to create gamified lessons. I remember Abela mentioned something that one of the features of interactive flat panel is for you to create gamified lessons where students will have fun. You know, when you create a lesson or introduce game in your lessons, you will find out that your students will participate more. But when what you're doing as an educator is to talk and talk and talk, it will be boring. Let's be honest with ourselves. Now, but with this, I can create fun lessons that would attract the younger generation. Nobody wants to come to class and all they're saying is the same thing that our teachers taught us back then. Why all we are reading and reading and reading and reading and reading, it is quite boring. Because in this generation, we have students that are very creative. Their minds, this is the Gen Z and the Gen Alpha's generation, a generation that is tech savvy. So they are no longer the generation that are not tech savvy. So we need to what? We need to up our games as a school, okay? And these are some lessons. Like I said, you can just come here. And another thing is that you can actually upload, if you have an existing lesson you have created on PowerPoint or PDF that probably created on Word, you saved as PDF, you can upload this and you can actually import. All right? You can look at this. You can import your content, okay? And automatically it arranges it in form of, we all know PowerPoint. I believe everyone here knows what PowerPoint looks like, right? I believe we're speaking to tech-savvy educators right here that understand or have seen or know how to use PowerPoint. So if we do, and I believe we do, then this becomes easy and seamless to use, all right? So we can import or we can create new. And like I mentioned earlier on, you have templates to create from this. Look at this, amazing template, game-based learning. You have templates you can choose from, so many templates you can choose from, okay? Time will not permit, I wanted us to join activity to see as a student, what you'll be seeing as a student and what I'll showcase as a teacher. Unfortunately, time will not permit. However, it is fine. We will always do this later on. Let me just do something. I will open one of the content we have created and we would use this in the class to showcase what you see as a teacher and what you're going to see as a student. I hope that is clear. So that I'll move quickly to the next, just double quickly to the next interactive flat panel, okay? So if you can see this, please kindly go to lumioclass.com. Just open your browser and type lumioclass.com and enter the ID 552675. All right, let's do that quickly. Okay, all right.
So let's do that.
Let's do that quickly. So while we're doing that, I'll come back to this. I just want to briefly explain. Just look at this Max. So this is a 65 inches. You can see this is, Mike?
Yes.
I don't know if they can see the screen.
Okay, sorry. So let me just adjust that. So while you type the lumio.class on your Google.
Please, someone help me send that to the chat quickly for them to join this. While we quickly look at the Maxup Interactive Flat Panel Display Educational Board quickly. All right, thank you so much, Mike. Can you all see me?
Yes, we can. I can see you on my own screen.
Mike can see me from the screen, but can every other participant see me?
Yes, please, I can see you.
Okay, thank you. So this is the Maxup Interactive Flat Panel, 65 inches. This is Smart 75 inches, all right? So almost the same functionalities, but very little or distinct differences, okay? Of course, this has a whiteboard, I can write, now this has a piano and periodic table for our science students. Proud science students, I am the proud one. One of the things we learned is about the periodic table. So this has a periodic table for a student that wants to learn about periodic table. He Linda Bezzi Cornela to the farm, never like my Alakra Sivita Sika Arabica Disca. Easiest way to remember the 20th element. So this is it. Hydrogen is here. I mean, this was fun when I was taught in school. And my biology teacher taught a song, and that's why I can still remember this. This is amazing. So teaching students for them to remember all the elements. It has elements are the first 20 elements. In the best discount near Olatile Farm, never not by the Alakara 6 meter particular discount. That's the 20 elements. So one of the things you can actually show the students this, and this also you have mathematical formulas on this, different mathematical formulas that you can use in class, trigonometry, log reading. So many times a lot of students get this phobia for mathematics, and I tell them that one of the easiest subjects to learn is actually maths. So, and this is the simplest, seriously, I don't know about others, but this is one of the simplest subjects to learn. So you can use this to teach students about this. Another amazing part I want to bring out from this, it has functions, piano, music students, music lovers. You're learning different, I don't know what this are, but different keys. Yes, I'm not a music person, but I know that they learn this. Now I can record myself.
You have a screen recorder.
Yes, there's a screen recorder on this. Sorry.
So
I can click on this. So, for instance, sometimes not every student, most students don't come to schools every day, right? And the way to recap or go back to your lesson or share your lesson with the students, sometimes you might teach even after you don't feedback, and they share, and they might not recall. So how do you make them remember? Is by recording your lesson. So all the scribbles we have done in class can be recorded. And at the end of the record, you've taught this and that. Oh, coding, this is this, coding our instructions, coding our this, robotics, you've taught artificial intelligence. You record everything and you save that in a file. At the end of the day, you can decide to share with our parents. You can share with the parents using the school management software, and our school management software is on Pro School. You can use the school management software and you can share with the parents to see what you have taught for the day. All right. So this is just, like I said, we cannot learn everything today. There's so much to do, but the internet has really disrupted a lot of things we wanted to show you on this interactive lab panel. Coming back to this, I don't know how many students have joined.
I'm the only student currently.
Only Mike has joined this lesson. You can see, I can see the number of students that has joined this class.
So that's me, Mike.
So if you have students now as a teacher, I can see the number of students that will join the class. And the teachers, let's assume we have teachers, and I can assign activity. So
this is a game-based activity.
Yes,
so
a game-based lesson.
Just create more interaction.
Can we get the access to Lumio?
Oh, okay. So it's on the screen. LumioClass.com. Please send it to the chat. LumioClass.com. Then the ID is 552675. 552675.
Then you join in as a guest.
Yes. You can 552675. I think my timekeeper already said my time. I've exceeded my time. So it's time for me to step out. But thank you so much for listening. Like I said, this is not the end of it. This is just an intro to what this is what it's about. We would have more demo in the nearest future. For some of us that are interested, I already see some people asking how much is the cost. Yes, we are going to be sharing the cost to every participant that has attended this webinar, because we have looked at it and said, what should we do for the people to help them so that they can be part of this or embrace this technology? And we've decided, okay, let's give them a 12% discount. That's a lot of discounts. I mean, 12% discount for taking our time to be part of this webinar. All right? Yeah. So we will share that with everyone. But like I said, you can join this and we will see that. so that I'll give up room to my co-moderator to take over the next section. Thank you for listening, and apologies for the network.
Thank you very much, Ashley, for that wonderful section of yours. So quickly, guys, I know we've actually spent much time on the internet. Has also been very fluctuating, but I'm going to show you quickly, and I'm not going to spend much time on this because, like we said initially, we do not intend taking much of your time. So this is actually the interactive flat panel, right? IFP for corporate organizations. This can also still be used in your school. But what is the difference between this particular one you're seeing, and the other two devices which she actually shared with you? Now, this particular IFP is an IFP that should be used in your boardroom. So if you have a boardroom, you have a meeting room like this in your company or in your school. We know some schools do have. I showed you some projects of where we've actually deployed. This is the kind of solution you should deploy. Why this one is specifically for the other one she shared with you, the Smart, and the other Maxwell, is specifically for your classrooms. Why? Now, this guy has an integrated camera. So there are three things that are very necessary in your boardroom. Let me bring the mic a little bit closer to myself so that I'm audible. There are three things required in the boardroom. You need your screen where you can actually project maybe a presentation slide. You need your audio, so you could have a microphone like this, a wireless microphone. And you also need the speakers, right, so that you can get back feedback from the flat participant. Now, everything has been integrated in just this single panel. So if you look at the IFP trends that Abiola actually spoke about, she didn't go detail into it, you're supposed to actually have your screen, bring in the microphone, bring in the speakers, and integrate that through your cables. But with an all-in-one, so this is called an all-in-one interactive flat panel. So meaning that every of those individual devices, individual components, right, like the mic or speaker, has been integrated in just this single screen, right? So this is not a TV, right? So right here we have the camera, which is a 48 megapixel with AI functionalities. Since the buzzword in today's technology world is AI, so it also makes sense to have AI. And what do I mean by AI? Artificial intelligence that allows you to see.
You eat by yourself. I told you that I'm not feeding you again.
Yes, I'm not hungry yet, man. I'm not yet hungry. So I'm done with the webinar, then I can eat. Okay, so let's get back. So this has an AI feature. Now, if you noticed our training so far, the webinar, you could see our camera adjusting by itself. Now, that was actually done automatically before the demo itself. So that is the AI feature that does things called auto tracking or speaker tracking. So as you talk in the meeting room, it will adjust the camera angle to focus on the active speaker. So you have different options. You have the auto tracking, you have the auto framing that basically ensures that everybody in the meeting room is still captured. So that is one of the functionalities of the AI integrated in this camera. And the microphone, it has the microphone inbuilt right here. This is where the microphones are. So you have about 8 array microphones. And this microphone can actually pick your voice from 12 meters. So meaning that if your meeting room, your boardroom is within the 12-meter range, then this is an ideal solution to actually deploy this. And you have every other feature. You have the Windows environment. This is the Windows environment where you can put any of your Windows application, your PowerPoint, and so on and so forth, because it runs on 2 different operating systems. So this is the Maxwell OS that allows you to have the whiteboarding, the presentation, the screen sharing. So this is what the whiteboarding looks like. So of course, we know that in meeting rooms, your brainstorm activities is very important. And I want you to know that writing on this board makes it look as if I'm writing from a pen to a paper. It looks like real life thing, right? And you can basically export anything from your brainstorm activities. You can easily export this out through the QR code. So if you click on this QR code, you agree on this quickly, it brings out the code. So all you just need to do is to be on the same network with this device and scan your phone, it comes directly into your phone. So which is one of the, like I said, we're trying to use technology to solve problems. We're trying to use technology to make life better for the user. So this is what you can actually do here. And clean this board, if you want to clean, just have to do this, which is similar with what you have with the education board, or you just do simple, you can click on there, circle this round, and you're good to go. Boom, that's all. And you can save any of this device. So it makes it very simple. So you don't need a projector, you don't need a paper flip chart. If you still have paper flip charts in your boardroom, in classroom and all, you don't need a whiteboard. All you just need to do is to have an all-in-one interactive flat panel, and you're good to go. Now you have these things, these are called the widgets, right? And you have some functionalities. What can you do? The first one here is a split screen. Split screen allows you to do things like multitasking, right? So you want to multitask at the same time. You want to have your whiteboard and you want to have maybe an application open at the same time to explain certain things. With the split screen, you can do this. And with the Mapsum, you can split all to four. You can split up to 4 different ways. But you need to have up to 4 applications open at the same time. So I have 2 currently. So if I just click on split, it splits my screen into 2. Boom. So right here, I have my whiteboard. So this is my whiteboard right now. I can do my brainstorm activities, and I can connect to the application or to the browser to open anything I want to open and explain, right? So this is what we call multitasking. Now, if you click on the annotation, what happens is that you can basically write directly on documents. So if you have a PowerPoint presentation, maybe from your laptop, and you share that to your screen, you can annotate real time on the screen, to explain certain things. So this is one of the amazing features of the Mapsum All-in-One. So let me click this, go back. Now, I actually spoke about the camera. I'm going to show you what the camera looks like. So if you click right here, so this is, like I said, one of the difference between the enterprise all-in-one solution for VC. So this is it. So these are my team members. Say hi. Say hi. Hi. All right. So let me just confirm that this is on auto tracking. So if you go to the settings quickly, so you can see this is what I explained before. This is the functionality of the AI, right? So you can put this on manual. You can put this so you can control directly from here, or you put it on an auto framing, or you put it on sound full, meaning that it's actually track the voice of the artist people. Well, let's just put it here and all that. So if you have this, it brings a lot of engagement. It makes your meeting more lively. For the far end participant, we can join in the meeting from wherever, either through your Zoom or your Teams or your Google. So you're not limited to any of the meeting applications. So this works with Zoom, Teams, Google, WebEx. As long as it's an application that supports Windows environment, you can basically install this and have your meetings seamlessly. Like I said, what other features is missing on this screen? I guess we can also do screen recording, just like what Pascaline actually spoke about. So I can record directly on the screen. I can record everything that is happening real time and share back to my team members, to watch the video or whatever has actually been recorded on the screen. So if I click here, and this system is easy to use. Now, I want you to know that one of the reasons why you should actually get this is not because you just want to get a device. It's more about the kind of experience that you will get while having your meetings, right? To make it more productive, to make it more interesting for both the team members and, of course, the people that are actually journeying sweetly. And you have different mounting options. You can mount this on the stand, which is what we have right now, mounted on the Mapsum stand, or you can have this on the wall. And we have it in different sizes. For this particular one, it's available in 55 inches, it's available in 65, it's available in 75, and also 86 inches. So depending on how big your boardroom is, and of course, what your budget could also cover. And we have this locally available, like I said before. This is one of the things that makes us stand out. If you're interested in any of these solutions, we will not tell you that, you will wait 4 weeks to import this solution. Because we are authorized distributors, we're already gone ahead to import the solution. We have them locally. So like I said, you can get the solution from us and you will get the after sales support. So in case there's any issue that you have while using the system, our technical team is available to support you remotely and can even come to your location for more sensitive cases. So this is all about the interactive flat panel. And I believe by the end of today, the corporate organizations, even the schools right here that have boardroom, that have needs for this thing, you reach out to us and get the best experience using the Mac. So thanks a lot for listening.
Thank you so much, Mike. That was that was a beautiful.
Okay, so let me take the camera back to its former position so we can round off.
Yes, that was a beautiful presentation. Thank you for walking us through one of our VC solutions,
all-in-one video conferencing solutions. Yes.
So we have a lot to offer you, right? And that's why we're having this webinar. And just like you mentioned, we have everything in stock right here in Nigeria. We have everything, and we are readily available to bring them to your doorstep. We are readily available to showcase this wonderful and amazing solution. All right. So now it's time for question and answer on all that we have displayed. Please, if you have questions, please kindly send in your questions, or you can unmute your mic to ask your question. I sent something to the chat that's just a brief summary of what the Microsoft Educational Interactive Board looks like and Smart Education. So you can actually go through them for any question, all right? So please, if you have questions or you have comments, right? Please, this is the time to do that now, please.
Okay, so let's get your questions so that we can actually round up quickly. We don't intend keeping you guys on the call for too long. So can you ask your questions? You can drop that on the chat box too, and we will actually respond to that ASAP. Okay, we're waiting for your feedback. We're waiting for your questions, please.
Hello.
Yes, sir, Mr. Okay, Wilton. Okay.
Number one, I want to ask, does it work without direct source? I want to know the advantage. Does it work without a direct source? Like without plugging directly to light?
Yeah. So for any of our interactive panels, the only thing that needs to be connected is your power source. So which is the cable at the back. Hello?
With our power.
You need to connect the device to a power. That is the only cable that exists. Every other thing is done wireless.
Does it have a way of working like does it have a battery on the phone? Because I know normal active board this depend on direct power.
Yes, you need to connect to power, sir. You need to connect to power. Yeah.
Direct power, okay. All right, thank you. So since you are seeing us, depends on video, whatever. Does it depend on internet?
No. Okay, so it's not dependent on internet. So if I want to use the whiteboard and teaching in class, I want to record, those things do not require internet. However, when I want to create the lesson on the software, maybe I want to create my lesson there, and of course, I need internet. And I can do that at the convenience of my home. I can do that with my phone. It's just a software on the website. For creating my content as a teacher, right? If I want to do that using Lumio,
I mean, those videos you were like, can they save on it already, right?
Sorry? Sir, we cannot hear your question.
We can't really hear your question, sir. Maybe you can. Can you drop your questions on the chat box? Yeah, because your background is very noisy. We can't really get what you're saying. So I appreciate maybe you can drop it on the chat box. Then we can reply you, sir.
Okay,
Thank
sir.
you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So do we have any questions? Does anybody have any question? Please, if you do have a question, let us know. Let us know. You can actually unmute yourself or drop your question on the chat box. How many minutes do we have to round up? How many minutes do we have? We've actually exceeded time, right? So, okay, so I really appreciate if we can do this in 5 minutes. I know you have 1 or 2 questions. Somebody already asked if we have them available, right?
Yes.
So we already answered that. They're available. And of course, like Pascaline also mentioned, for everybody that joined in, if you're interested in actually purchasing any of these devices, you're going to be getting 12% off.
A lot of discounts. I wish I was giving those discounts.
A lot of discounts.
Yes.
Yeah. So please, can we get your questions so far? Do you have any other thing, any concerns, any challenges you're currently, even if it's kind of outside the scope right now, just let us know. And we'll answer. Yeah. Okay.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Yes,
Okay.
okay.
Thank you very much for the training. I want to ask, your showroom, is there any opportunity of having more knowledge and about these products?
Yes, sure. So you want to come over? Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Are you in Lagos, ma'am? Are you in Lagos?
Yes, I'm in Lagos, Ekpe.
Okay, sure.
Ma, yes, definitely we can
invite you over to the office too and have further conversation.
What is the timing? Monday to Saturday?
So you will need to communicate with us when we'll be, so we can look at our calendar to know when will also be an appropriate time for everybody. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so Mrs. Tayo. Okay, so does anybody have any question? We don't want to keep you on the call for too long. I see we have about 28 people on the call.
Yes, we have new people. I think 3 participants just joined now.
Yeah.
We noticed 3 participants just joined. So what we'll do is we have a record. This training has been recorded. We're going to share the recorded version to every participant that has joined us in this webinar, because I'm not sure we would want to go back to all we had said from the beginning of the webinar to now, but we'll say thank you for joining and thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be part of us this morning or to be part of us today. Yes. We mentioned earlier on that for every registered participant, certificates will be awarded to them. So we're going to be sending everyone the certificate of participation. And I would like to say thank you for being part of us. Yes, how much does it cost to get
one? Okay, so we'll actually communicate to you on the pricing, but I just want to say this, that pricing is quite affordable, even without the discount. Very affordable too, because we understand, especially for the schools, we understand that you work with a very tight budget. So you understand that the pricing is going to be very affordable. I remember we have different models, we have different size. So we need to understand what you're looking at, then also advise on the best solution that fits your as well. So we communicate on pricing.
Hello?
Hello? Yes, please.
Yes,
sorry, please, I want to also ask. Some of us, we are developing schools, and we so much have passion about this a kind of having a technology lessons, or maybe a kind of having an interactive board in our classrooms. And we are still developing. Is there any room for installments whereby you just pay in, you understand, gradually, and maybe at the end of the day, when you complete your payment, then you can take the goods?
Definitely, ma. Because we know we're dealing with schools and we have payment plans for schools.
Okay.
So this will be shared with every school. That not all schools want. Some people say they prefer. So we have that in consideration. We have payments plan for every school that's requesting for payments plan. Okay, so we have that. The prices, the payment plan, the videos, the certificate will be shared with every registered participant
Okay.
that has joined us for this webinar. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, ma'am. Does anyone have any other questions? So I was talking about the certificate that it will be shared with everyone that has registered, every registered participant, not unregistered participant. It's the truth. I need to be very honest about it. Okay, so that's it. Would like to say thank you so much for taking out time out of your busy schedule to be part of us.
Thank you.
This amazing webinar. We do not take this you have done for granted. We're entirely grateful from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you. It is a time for educators. Most schools, this is a week for them to be relaxing. And of course, I can see we have so many schools, even organizations that have joined, and we're entirely grateful. We've taken almost 2 hours of your time.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining. And to my co-moderators, I say thank you so much, Abiola in Abuja. Thank you, Mike. And thank you for the people behind the scene. We have the people behind the scene. Ibukun and Victor. You can show your face on the camera. We really appreciate you for coming. And for every school, thank you, Ibukun. Thank you, Victor. And for everyone that is, of course, they are not here, but they are working behind the scene, we say thank you. Thank you for putting in effort. And every school and every organization, thank you so much for your active participation. I cannot mention all, but let me just mention some names are here. Mr. Anolu Akpo, thank you. Mr. Abdul Fatai, thank you. Mr. Besui, thank you. Mr. Laro, thank you. Mr. Aliyu, thank you so much. Mr. Ayodele, thank you. Mr. Ayodele Olaoye, thank you. Mr. Daniel, thank you so much. Mr. Christopher, we are grateful. Mr. Priscilla, we are grateful. Mr. Ayobami, we are thankful. Infinix, I don't know your name, but thank you. Intercontinental School, we are grateful. Mr. Jide, thank you for coming. Mr. Kayode, thank you. Mr. Nwachuku or Mrs. Nwachuku Angela will say thank you. Mrs. Oluwayemisi, we say thank you so much. Mr. Rabia, we are grateful. Mr. I don't know if it's a Mr. or Mrs. Rofiat, we are saying thank you for joining. Samsung, I don't know the name, but thank you for joining. Mrs. Tayo, we are grateful you have joined us. Miss Theodora, we are saying thank you. And of course, Avila, thank you everyone that mentioned their names. Thank you so much. And for those participants that have left but joined briefly, thank you and thank you for being patient enough with us, even when the internet, but thank you. We're most grateful. And of course, we have come to the end. And of course, we started with prayer and we must end with prayer. So Abiola, please, can you kindly just help us say thank you? Closing prayer, please, Abiola. Are you there?
Yes, please. Okay. I hope you can all hear me.
Yes.
100%.
100%. Yes.
Oh, okay. So we are grateful that each and every one of us were able to make it to today's webinar. I want to thank the Almighty God for thus far and helped us. And we pray that He will make provisions for each and every representative here, such that funds that are needed to take our schools to the next level will provide for us. And we are praying that even the children, all this we are doing to ensure that we create a better generation. We are praying that all the investment for our children, for all our learners, we are praying that we'll see the desired results and we'll have a transformed nation as a country. In Jesus' name. Amen. Amen.
Thank you, everyone, and do enjoy the rest of the day. Bye from us. Bye. Bye. Thank you. Bye, everyone.